Hey everyone, I want to walk you through a quick possible trade just for you to get experience. Um, don't buy this stock because I don't know when you're watching this video. I don't want you thinking like, oh, he's talking about it in a video, I should buy it right now. It's 2020. By the time you watch this, it could be 2023. You know what I mean? So don't go buying it. This is just for educational purposes only. I just want to explain how some of these charts work. So here we have a stock this morning, and you can see these three lines. This is resistance. This top line here is resistance. It's saying the stock can't get over this price. This is either support or resistance, depending on where the stock is. And this is support, saying it can't go below this level, but it does. You see here right in the morning at around 9:35, 9:40, 9:45, it breaks out to the downside. Anytime it crosses this support, it's bad. It's indicative of a sell-off. However, we have this down here, and this is called the relative strength index. You see these two lines here, this one yellow and this one yellow at the top. Anytime the stock crosses below this yellow line down here, it means that it's oversold. It means too many people are selling the stock. And that's a potential buying opportunity. Only potential, right? Remember, all this stuff, these are indicators. They're not guarantees. There are no guarantees in the stock market. Only ways to make your random educated gamble a slightly more educated guess. So it tanks down here. This is an indicator that it's possibly going to turn around. So imagine now that someone has seen this stock hit the bottom of the RSI. In fact, not someone, lots of people have seen this move. And they're going, you know what? Let's get in. And what happens is it starts to turn around. As a trader, this is more of a gamble because you have a big trading range here, which means the stock can move anywhere in this range. As you can kind of see right here, it can move anywhere in this range, making it a little riskier. What we want is something like you see over here where the bands are a little closer together. Less room to move, also more potential for a breakout depending on where the stock is in these Bollinger Bands of a breakout to the upside or unfortunately to the downside. So this is a gamble. But for today, it was a gamble that paid off. There was a lot of volume. It moved the price over this support line or resistance, and it starts to move even higher and it breaks out. So the thing you have to ask yourself is, if you bought it down here, what's your exit? What's your exit? It's 320 down here, maybe 321 where you buy it, and it crosses over this line right here. Maybe it's going to move higher, maybe not. This is one potential exit. The stock is up about 9 cents. So if you bought 1,000 shares, $90 profit. If you bought 2,000 shares, $180 profit. That's pretty good in the span of 25 minutes. Not bad. But it also starts to move even higher. So it levels off a little bit. But as a trader, you're going to say, you know what? As long as it doesn't cross this line down here, I'm not worried. I'm going to hold it. And sure enough, boom, it pops. Now you're really selling. What you've got here is over a 20-cent gain. That's $200 on 1,000 shares, $400 on 2,000. That's pretty good. So the question you have to ask yourself is, how much more room do I think this stock can go? And my guess at this point would say not much. It's had this huge pop in volume, and then it immediately slows. Now you could say I'm going to hold it until it crosses this support line right here. If it crosses this line, I'm out. But I would have either gotten out here or here. If I'd gotten out here, I would have been kicking myself, but at least I would have had some profit. If I got out here, there's still potential for it to go higher, right? Because it's just breaking out. Sometimes we'll see back-to-back breakouts. There could be one here. It could move even higher. The goal is to lock in a profit that you're happy with ahead of time, before you even buy the stock. Say, I think this stock could go about 20 cents. If I make 200, if I make 180, even 160 is close to 200, close enough that I would get out. The next thing you have to factor in is there are people who are watching this stock who missed out on this rally, and they're saying, you know what, I'm not going to buy it at this high, but if it drops 10 cents, maybe I could get in. So you're seeing some incremental buying here. The problem is it's not enough. And at this point, if I hadn't sold here, I'd be selling here because I'd be saying, you know what, I'm not willing to take this chance that it goes much lower. If it goes any lower and it crosses this support or resistance line, it could be indicative of a bigger sell-off. Indicative is the word of the day. I'm not willing to take that chance. And now you can see that it's right back to where I would have potentially sold it at the first point, my first selling point. So that's pretty good, right? Now what we're waiting to see, I mean, we're only at 12:30 in the afternoon. There's a whole day left here. This stock crosses below this support line, all bets are off. It could drop way lower, or not. But the point is to walk you through a couple of different trades, a couple of different scenarios. We turn a random guess into an educated guess using the relative strength, the turnaround, the breakout, and time and sale over here. So that should just give you an idea of basically how it is to trade, when you get in, when you get out, why you would get out. Locking in a profit is never a bad mistake. I know it feels like it, especially when you sell something and then it goes higher. If you had sold it here, you'd be kicking yourself. If you had bought it here, conversely, you would also be kicking yourself because look what happens, which is why it's important to use stop losses. Anyway, that's just a brief example in trading, and I hope you thought it was helpful. If you did, if you liked this video, please like, please subscribe, and hit that little bell notification so you'll get alerts when I put up new videos. Thanks for watching and have a good day.